Welcome to Learning with UNP. In this session of Python for data science, we are going to understand about string operations that includes upper, lower, split, strip, replace operations and finally working with f strings. Let's begin with understanding about string operations. String operations in Python are fundamental and essential for various methods and techniques used to manipulate and process strings. These operations allow you to create, modify, and analyze text data effectively and efficiently. Key string operations include upper, lower, strip, split, replace, and many more. We will first look into upper operation. The upper method in Python is indeed used to convert all lowercase characters in a string to uppercase. The upper method does not take any parameters. This method returns a new string where all the lowercase characters are converted to uppercase. Non-alphabetic characters remain unchanged. This can be particularly useful for standardizing text data to a consistent case by converting both strings to uppercase to perform a comparison without worrying about case sensitivity. Ensuring all user input is in the same case for consistency and displaying text in a consistent uppercase format. Here is a syntax of it. Uppercase string equals to mystring.upper. This line is used to create a new string where all lowercase characters in my string are converted into uppercase, and this new string is stored in the variable uppercase string. Let's look at the pseudocode representation of it. Step 1. Initialize a string variable mystring, means create a string variable called mystring. Step 2. Call the upper method on mystring, means use the upper method on mystring to change all its letters to uppercase. Step 3. The method returns a new string with all characters converted to uppercase, means the upper method generates a new string with these uppercase letters. Step 4. Assign the resulting string to a new variable uppercase string, means store this new uppercase string in a variable named uppercase string. This example demonstrates how to convert a string to uppercase using Python's upper method. We define a string variable named mystring with the value hello students. We then call the upper method on mystring, which converts all lowercase characters in the string to uppercase. The result is assigned to a new variable uppercase string. When print uppercase string is called, it prints the characters in the uppercase. Let's execute and check. As we discussed, the output is in uppercase characters. Now we will look into lower operation. Conversely, lower method converts all uppercase characters in a string to lowercase, returning a new string with the transformed characters. Non-alphabetic characters are unaffected by this method. Lower method is indeed a handy method in programming, especially when dealing with text processing tasks. When you are comparing strings in a case insensitive manner or simply normalizing text, lower method can be quite useful. It's one of those small but powerful tools that make coding more efficient and readable. Here is a syntax of it. This line's lowercase string equals to mystring.lower creates a new string where all uppercase letters in mystring are converted to lowercase, and this new string is stored in the variable lowercase string. Let's look at the pseudocode representation of it. Step 1. Initialize a string variable mystring, means begin with a string saved as mystring. Step 2. Call the lower method on mystring, means by using lower method on mystring, all its letters become lowercase. Step 3. The method returns a new string with all characters converted to lowercase, means the outcome is a new string different from the original string. Step 4. Assign the resulting string to a new variable lowercase string, means this new string is then stored as lowercase string. This example demonstrates how to convert a string to lowercase using the lower method in Python. It starts with a variable mystring with the value or string hello students. Then, using the lower method, all its letters are converted to lowercase. Finally, the transform string is printed using the print statement. Let's execute this and check. As we discussed, the output is printed in lowercase letters. We will here look into the split operation. The split method divides a string into list of substrings based on a specified delimiter. It's like breaking down a string into smaller chunks based on a specified delimiter, making it easier to work with and analyze text data. If no delimiter is specified, the method defaults to splitting on any white space like spaces, tabs, new lines. This method is essential for parsing and processing text data, allowing you to break down large strings into manageable paths. Here is the syntax of it. This line of code takes a string, my string, and uses the split method to divide it into list of substrings based on a specified delimiter. The resulting list of substrings is then stored in the variable substring list. Let's look at the pseudocode representation of it. Step 1. Initialize a string variable myString means start with a string variable named myString. Step 2. Determine the delimiter to split the string. Default is whitespace means decide on the delimiter to separate the string. Default is a whitespace. Step 3. Call the split method on myString with the delimiter means use the split method on myString specifying the chosen delimiter. Step 4. The method returns a new list of substrings means receive a list containing the substrings created by the split method. Step 5. Assign the resulting list to a new variable substring list means store this list in a new variable called substring list. This example illustrates how to split a string into substrings based on a specified delimiter. It begins with the string hello students. Using the split method, the string is divided into substrings wherever there is a comma. Here, the comma acts as a delimiter. The resulting list of substrings is then printed by print statement. Let's execute this and check. The string is divided into substrings with the comma as delimiter. We will now look into the strip operation. The strip method removes leading and trailing whitespace from a string, returning a new string with these spaces removed. It can also be used to remove specific leading and trailing characters if a string of characters is provided as an argument. This is particularly useful for cleaning up user input or data that may have unintended spaces at the beginning or end. This method is handy for cleaning up the strings. Here is the syntax of it. This line of code utilizes the strip method to remove any leading and trailing whitespace from the string stored in the variable myString. The resulting string with whitespace removed is then stored in the variable stripped string. Let's look at the pseudocode representation of it. Step 1. Initialize a string variable myString means begin by initializing a string variable named myString. Step 2. Call the strip method on myString means use the strip method on myString. Step 3. The method returns a new string with leading and trailing whitespaces removed means obtain a new string with leading and trailing whitespaces removed. Step 4. Assign the resulting string to a new variable stripped string means store this modified string in a new variable called stripped string. In this example, the string hello students is assigned to the variable myString. The strip method is applied to myString, removing any leading and trailing whitespaces. The original string, myString, and the stripped version are both printed at the end using print statements. Let's execute this and check. The original string hello students have the leading and trailing whitespaces. After using strip method, the leading and trailing whitespaces are removed. The last operation that we will look into is replace operation. The replace method is used to replace or substitute all occurrences of a specified substring with another substring, returning a new string with the replacements made. This method can also take an optional argument specifying the number of occurrences to replace. This flexibility makes it incredibly useful for tasks like text transformation, error correction, or keyword replacement in strings. Here is the syntax of it. This line of code utilizes the replace method to create new string, where all occurrences of old substring in my string are replaced with the new substring. Let's look at the pseudocode representation of it. Step 1. Initialize a string variable myString. Means start by initializing a string variable named myString. Step 2. Determine the substring to be replaced and the new substring. Means define the substring to be replaced, that is old substring, and the new substring, that is the new substring. Step 3. Call the replace method on myString with old substring and new substring. Means use the replace method on myString passing old substring and new substring as arguments. Step 4. The method returns a new string with all occurrences of old substring replaced by new substring. Means receive a new string with all instances of old substring replaced by new substring. Step 5. Assign the resulting string to a new variable new string. Means store this modified string in a new variable called new string. This example showcases how to use replace method in Python to substitute one substring with another within a string. In this example, the string hello students is assigned to the variable myString. Then, using the replace method, hello is replaced with welcome. The original string myString and the modified string newString are printed using print statement. Let's execute this. The original string is hello students. After using the replace method, the word hello is replaced with welcome, as you can see here. Now, let's move on to the next topic called f-strings. F-strings, also known as formatted string literals, are a feature introduced in Python 3.6 to simplify string formatting by making it more concise and readable. They provide a convenient and efficient way to embed expressions or variables directly into string literals. The syntax of f-string is straightforward. Prefix the string literal with the letter F and use curly braces to enclose expressions or variables that you want to include in the string. The expressions inside the curly braces will be evaluated at runtime and their values will be inserted into the string. It's a powerful feature that enhances code clarity and reduces the need for complex string concatenation or formatting methods. Here is an example to illustrate the usage of f-strings. It creates a formatted string message using the variables name and age, which are embedded within the string using curly braces. When printed, the output is my name is John and I am 30 years old. This example dynamically incorporates the value of name and age into the string, and it is printed using the print statement. As we discussed, the output will be my name is John and I am 30 years old. The same is explained here. F-strings support various expressions inside the curly braces, including simple variable names, expressions, function calls, and even format specifiers for controlling the formatting of numeric values. Let's see some more examples. Define a variable pi and assign it the value given here. Formatted pi formats the value of pi to display only two decimal places using f-string formatting. The print statement prints the value of pi. Rad is equal to phi assigns the value phi to the variable radius. This line calculates the area of a circle with the given radius using the formula pi r square and f-string formatting to insert the variables into the string. Print area prints the value of the area. This particular line defines a function named greet that takes a name parameter. This line formats a greeting message using the input name parameter with f-string. The print statement prints the values, and the outputs for each print statements are mentioned here as comments. Let's move on to the next example. This example includes two ways of combining strings. One is using comma and other is using plus operator. It assigns a string Lionel Messi to the variable name and it assigns the string football to the variable likes. The print statement prints the values of name, likes a sport, and likes with spaces in between. The comma is present in between automatically adds a space between the elements being printed. This part of code concatenates the strings name, likes sport, and likes together using the plus operator, formatting a single string message that represents the same message as one printed in the previous line. Let's execute this and check. As discussed, the output of both the codes are same. Using commas leads to automatic spacing, and using the plus operator leads to explicit string concatenation. In the next example, it assigns the integer value 10 to the variable jnum. It tries to concatenate multiple strings, name, likes sport, likes, and his short number is jnum together using plus operator. However, it results in a type error stating can only concatenate string, not int. The error occurs because you are trying to concatenate a string with an integer using plus operator directly. In Python, the plus operator can only concatenate strings with other strings. Since jnum is an integer, you need to convert it into string using the string function before concatenation. Let's execute and check whether we are getting the error or no. Yes, as discussed, we are getting the error. Finally, here are three examples demonstrating creating a string. In the first example, we are concatenating a string using plus operator. It concatenates the string name, likes sport, likes, and his short number is string g of num. It is done by converting to a string using string function. The print statement prints the output. Let's execute. Here is the output. In the second example, we are concatenating using f strings. F string is used to dynamically insert the values of name, likes, and jnum into the string, resulting in the same message as above, and prints it. Let's execute and check. It dynamically inserted the values, and here is the output. In the last example, we are trying to concatenate without using an f string. The string m is simply treated as a literal string with placeholders name, likes, and jnum. Unlike f strings, Python doesn't automatically replace these placeholders with the values of the corresponding variables. So, when you print m, it will display the string exactly as defined without substituting the values of name, likes, and jnum. Let's execute. As discussed, it did not replace the values of name, likes, and jnum. This is all about today's lecture. See you in the next lecture. Thank you.